Hey guys, today we'll be talking about all of our recent free agent signings. We have signed David Clarkson, we have re-signed or reacquired Tyler Bozak, which was a great acquisition. And we have signed our recently traded or recently acquired goaltender Jonathan Bernier. So, for David Clarkson, which is probably the biggest free agent signing we have. Ooh, that was a nice save by Bernier. For David Clarkson, I believe that he's a really great addition. I know a lot of there's some fans that are really angry about this trade. What is he even doing there, David Clarkson? So I know there's a lot of fans that are really angry about this trade, but personally, I think that sorry, not even trade. This signing, this free agent signing. I know there's a lot of people that dislike this free agent signing, but I think that David Clarkson will bring something that the Leafs sort of need. Now Komarov's not coming back, so we don't really have big grinders. Don't kid yourselves with the fourth line. We all know that they're tough guys. Fraser McLaren and Colton Orr, they're just tough guys. They're not grinders. And we need that type of player, and it really fits into Randy Carlyle's play style. The type of players he likes are players like him. So, that's why I personally think that Clarkson is a great addition. The only problem I have with it, and the problem I think that most fans have, is that I think we may have overpaid, but, it looked like if we didn't overpay, we would have lost a player. And another thing people are angry about is the term. I have to agree with the term, but really by the time I think David Clarkson will be really useful, and by the time that he won't be useful anymore, he'll have like a couple years left on his contract, like 4 or 3 years, and I think there might be a chance of us being able to trade him. I believe so. David Clarkson, I think it was a pretty good acquisition, and I have really no problem with him as long as he plays well. Don't expect big points from this guy. It's more about the way he acts on the ice, what he brings to the room, what kind of player he is. He's a hometown boy. He's from Toronto, another hometown boy that we acquire. We also acquired Boland during the draft. So now we have Clarkson, so 2 Toronto boys here that we have now in Toronto. So the next player I wanted to talk about is maybe one. I was actually surprised that we signed Tyler Bozak. I personally thought that he was going to leave us. He was going to be a jerk with it, asking for over 5 million per. So I didn't exactly think that we would sign him. Because he was asking for too much. But then we bought out Grabowski, so we got space for him. And another thing people were afraid of is that we'd spend too much money on other players. Now, I think that we needed Bozak just because of his relationship with Phil Kessel and how he strives off of Bozak's play and Bozak himself as a person. So that's why I personally thought that it was pretty good. Like, if you think about it, who else would we put in that position? And Bozak, he can't kid himself. He may be a first liner for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but that's just because of his relationship with Kessel. And I'm pretty sure if he signed with another team, he would have got the money he wanted, obviously. But if he signed with another team, he would not be a first liner unless it was a team that didn't have too much skill or was missing guys up the middle, like maybe Florida that lost Stephen Weiss. So I don't know, maybe Bozak might be a first liner on that team if he signed with them, which I'm not sure if he would. But he wanted to stay in Toronto, so that was the good thing. At least we know that our players want to be here, because that's not always the case here in Toronto. Most of the time, players hate being here because of all the stress of the media and the fans. But he wanted to be here, and he was friends with Phil Kessel, You know, I'm happy Kessel's happy because you know he scores goals for us, and you know he's pretty good on the face-offs and he's good at playmaking and stuff like that. So I personally think that this was a pretty good acquisition for Tyler Bozak, or not acquisition, reacquisition for Tyler Bozak. So yeah, I thought that it was really good to get him back. So for this last signing that we did, to get our goalie Jonathan Bernier back, or well, not back but keep him. Wow, that was not a nice pass. To keep Jonathan Bernier was you know, a smart decision, obviously, because we do not have a backup anymore. Obviously, we wanted to get him signed because you know, we traded for him, so obviously we wanted him, but like we didn't know if he would sign with us, because it was all up to him. You know, he could be a free agent if he wanted to. If he chose to, he could have gone to free agency instead of signing with the Leafs. But you know, personally, I think it would have been a bit of a low blow if he didn't sign, and I don't think many fans would be happy. And I think he may have lost respect from a lot of people if he would have. So you know, it wasn't a big surprise that he signed with us, because you know I was kind of expecting him to, but you know, it was a good signing. We needed to get him. We need that competition in net. You know, next year, two healthy, you know, goalies battling it out for that spot. You know, two goalies with skill, two young goalies that could be goalies for a long time. We all saw how Reimer did in the playoffs. We saw he did good, but we also saw that he's flawed and that we can't always depend on him. So you know, these two goalies will be perfect for next season. You know, I won't be afraid when they put our backup in net like I was with Scrivens. You know, I really got scared all the time until that one point where Scrivens was doing really good, but before that, you know, I was always scared. Like I was like, oh man, are we gonna lose this game, because Scrivens was in net, and I was nervous about him. So yeah, so I just think that we made 3 good signings. The Clarkson one has maybe a couple flaws, maybe the overpaying and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it was a good signing nonetheless. You know, we needed him. And we wanted him. Well, at least the GM Dave Nonis wanted him, so that's why we got him. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. Please show some support, give a like, and please, if there's something that you didn't like, just say it in the comments and tell me, and I'll take your feedback and try to improve. So thank you very much, and I'll see you later, guys.